Good morning, everybody. Orange here with another Etheria restart video, and we've got the kit reveal for our new unit. I have not watched this yet, so Liliam's kit, here's the video. They always do these reveals in like video format. We'll actually get to see the skill in action, which is better than other games I've covered where you just kind of got like a list or you went onto a website, something like that. So they're talking about burst damage, execution, and crowd control. So that's what it just said right there. It said burst damage. We like that. Execute enemies. We like that. Crowd control. That's three pretty good things for a PvP and PvE alike. AoE stun, execute mechanic. This is probably going to be an insanely good unit. So they're talking about like effective in PvP. Okay, so skill 1, single target damage. I want to actually get like the, I want to see the read. Like, give me the actual, like, give me the description right here. Come on, you can do it. Skill 2, 2 instances of single target damage. Damage increases based on missing HP. Do they actually tell me the skills? Like, that was showing all the skills right there. I want to actually see the description. I guess they're not going to do that here. Is that not going to be a part of this video? Hold up. Okay, so they're not going to give us the actual like text of the moves. That's fine. We'll just actually look at what they're saying. So again, burst damage, execution, crowd control immunity, consistent action. I mean, like, just right off the start, we're talking about a unit who like can't be crowd controlled, which, if that's true, and depending on how often that's up, really opens up her builds for PvP. And right away, this feels like an RTA permaban unit, like something that you need to have to contest for picks in RTA, or just ban it before the fight starts. I totally expect this to be like a power creeping type of unit. Whereas Yelly, the last light dark DPS unit we got already, is the strongest DPS unit in the game. This is probably a PvP specifically insanely strong DPS. So let's just go ahead. Let's watch the moves and see what they're talking about right here. So, all right. Shield piercing and HP reduction abilities. I hope her abilities reduce HP. I do hope that her attacks do indeed reduce HP. I just want to get that out there. Okay, let's see here. Skill 1 deals damage to a single target. So destroy declaration. That's the name of this skill. Single target damage, heals herself for a portion of the damage dealt. With a passive on it, immunity to all crowd control and turn meter effects. Okay, I want to stop there for a minute. Here's what that skill makes me think of. So on paper, that sounds insane, right? Like, and that skill is kind of insane. But does that passive apply to all of her skills? Because like a lot of characters in this game have a passive tied on to their skill 1 that just like takes effect all of the time. If we read how they read that again, like let's read this skill again. So skill 1 deals damage to a single target and heals herself for a portion of the damage dealt. So that is the skill 1, single target damage with a little lifesteal on it. It's fine for a skill 1. This passive is kind of the insane part, maybe. Grants her immunity to all crowd control and turn meter effects. Period? We're going to have to see that on paper to see just how good that is. Okay, skill 2, 2 instances of single target damage. So multi-hit attack, damage increases based on missing HP. If HP is below a certain threshold, it will stun them. If the attack kills the target, all enemies are guaranteed to be stunned. Okay, so a lot to go over there. It's a 2-hit attack. If a character is low HP, it will stun them. If that attack kills a character, AoE stun. So think like Real Mocha, but whereas Real Mocha like pops her damage over the whole group if she kills, this will crowd control everybody if it kills. So like in RTA or Arena, something like that, if you can build her to be a one-shot unit and you one-shot a squishy unit on the other team, you stun everybody else. Obviously a really good ability right there. Definitely more tailored to a PvP experience than PvE, maybe like Doki Doki or something like that, you know, where you want to like crowd control the whole group. But are you really bursting, like one-shotting a unit on Doki Doki? I don't know. It's manual play in PvE, it seems like to me. Okay, ultimate skill grants herself attack and speed up, so self steroid, then deals massive single target damage. If the target's HP is above a certain threshold, the damage damage is increased. This attack ignores shields and reduces the target's max HP by a portion of the damage dealt. Okay, so let's go over that one again. This is clearly meant to be a combo right here. So the combo is her skill 3 into her skill 2. So her skill 3, self steroid. You definitely, I mean, this is a skill the AI or whatever is going to use to lead off anyway. If they're high HP, which they're going to be at the beginning of the fight, she does more damage, it ignores shields, and nerfs their max HP down by a portion of her damage dealt. Then you follow that up with the skill 2 for the AoE stun. So she kind of sets up her own combo right there. Definitely a very selfish unit. When they introduced this oh man, AoE crowd control, immune to crowd control, all of that, I really want to see how her passive works. I think that she looks good. She already looks good, I'll say that. But how that passive actually functions, when she gets to take advantage of that passive, will be the difference breaker of her being permaban, maybe an RTA, or what it, or maybe just really good, something like a Yelly. Either way, if you're planning on pulling for her, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Okay, that's what we know so far. Once we see the actual skills, we'll dive back into this again, but there's the video we got tonight. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good one. Peace.